Oh, g'day scrappers. Today I've got myself here a smart meter, and I thought it might be a good opportunity to scrap one out and see what's actually inside one of these things. They're not a very popular thing in households. Apparently they send out a little bit of RF radiation, which is it's possibly a cancer-causing radiation. So, yeah, if you've got a bedroom that's next to a smart meter, it might be possible a dangerous thing. I guess we'll find out in another 10 or so years' time when everyone drops off because of these U-Butte smart meters. So I think this one here deserves to be scrapped out and completely destroyed. I got this just in a box of oddball eWaste, so can't really remember where it came from, but it's the manufacturing year was 2010, so it was made 8 years ago. So they're already quite old. So let's have a look inside and see if there's any scrap value for us anyway. Alright, well, I guess we've got some seals here. I suppose I can cut these away. And yeah. I've never scrapped one out before, so so far we've got some plastic. Alright. It doesn't look like there's a great deal to them, but we'll soon find out whether they're actually worth scrapping out or just throwing them into scrap steel. Yeah, it's I guess it's one of those items that is a part of the whole Big Brother system, and they can, it's all about control, and this is another way they can control people, is by being able to switch on and switch off your power anytime they want from any destination, any area they like. So they just go on computer and they just go, okay, we're going to switch off this house, bang, and or they can also limit you, so they can say we'll only give this house X amount of power. Yeah, it's all part of the controlling of humans' civilization, and this is just another way they can do it. And pretty much everything that's smart meter, smartphone, smart homes, it's whilst it seems like it's a good idea because you'll be able to live a little bit more comfortably, where you can just tell your telephone or your fridge to check what food you've got in the fridge and all that kind of stuff. The thing with these smart things is I guess they can other people can also see what you're up to, and yeah, probably a bit full on to get involved with it right here, but there we go. And so far it looks like we've got a couple of circuit boards, so yeah, not bad. Don't know whether these circuit boards are going to be any use for gold recovery or anything like that, but we'll find out. Alright. Well, it's layers of plastic. This circuit board, we'll see what's underneath there. It might be okay. Bit of just a mid-grade peripheral board, like most things are. Yeah, okay, it's just a basic mid-grade board. It does have a little gold crystal oscillator there, so a little bit of a bonus gold recovery. It does have a couple of tiny little BGA chips, and then the rest is just mid-grade stuff. So here I would take off these 2 BGA chips, throw it in the bucket, as well as this gold crystal oscillator, and the rest, some little MLCCs. But with these blue boards, a lot of these MLCCs can be base metal MLCCs rather than noble metal. So yeah, so very, very basic, but we do have a couple of little things to take off there. Then we've got this board here, which doesn't look too bad. It's just basically more like a power board. It does have some okay gold pins, so a nice stack of pins here we can cut off if you're going to sell this as a low-grade board. Looks like a transformer and stuff underneath it. Yeah, it's got a little LCD on there. They're just tin plated pins underneath. Yeah, don't know what this module is here, but there's a battery there we'd want to take off. And yeah, it doesn't, now, you know, it's nothing spectacular, but it does have some stuff on here for precious metal recovery if that's what you're into. You probably get away with this as a mid-grade board, kind of. It's got a giant resistor here, and it does have the black tantalum capacitors, quite a few scattered around there, a couple of little yellow ones, and yeah, the rest just got a little IC chip here and a couple of tiny ones, so nothing really spectacular as far as gold recovery or precious metal recovery, but a really nice big resistor here. And yeah, this side is more power board kind of thing, but yeah, you might be able to get away with this as a mid-grade board. You might want to take off some of the tantalum capacitors for your own use, and obviously take off these gold pins. Yeah. Well, the rest has got some weight. I'm assuming this is going to be brass here, or no, it looks like it's just steel. they're just steel bolts. I can just get one of these out. Okay, so that part there, that's all steel. But this thing here, it's a nice piece of brass. And it's actually quite a nice heavy little piece of brass. And I say it looks like there's a kind of like a relay here or something. So I can see some nice copper off that. Alright, just more plastic. Interesting. So it's not a complicated scrap, so I suppose if you find these, you know, something good to play with when you've got nothing better to do. We do have the gold cap plug there for the Ethernet or whatever it is. So this kind of plug they're usually just flashed, but more plastic. Put the washer back in. But even though these Ethernet jacks, you know, are gold flashed and it's mostly steel material. Okay, so this one's non-magnetic, so it looks like it could be brass, so a gold coated brass. So, you know, they do add up, and they're very hard to buy because it's a lot of dead weight. So if I was to buy them, I'd pay kind of like close to brass value, and because the gold recovery on this, it's not easy to recover the gold on this. It's probably like a reverse electroplating kind of deal. But yeah, so I don't value these jacks very highly for gold recovery. It just looks like a bit of a core. We might be able to throw this in with transformers. And yeah, so these pieces here are nice brass pieces. Yep, so we've got some value there. I can see there's even copper bits running into this, and this relay thing might be the only interesting thing. So I'd like to get this out. So these bolts, they look like, you know, they're gold plated. You know, they are brass. They're certainly not gold plated. There's no reason why they would be gold plated. But at least, you know, I like my brass, and a lot of people like brass. For some reason, it's not worth as much as obviously copper, but brass kind of, yeah, it's just got a thing. There's some nice white brass. Then we've got this relay with some nice pieces of copper running through it. I'd like to see what's inside. can get it open. Okay, there's a nice copper spool. Yeah, just a bit of irony or dirty brass there. So we've got a good copper spool there. Bit of wire. Even these plates are copper, so yeah, a bit of value there. And in here we should have some nice contacts. Okay, well there you go. So look at the size of these contacts, and yep. So it's beautiful pieces of copper here, but these contacts will be silver contacts, and you know, these are huge. It's only it's got a silver cap on top, so it's not the whole thickness of the contact itself. It's just you know, barely a millimeter thickness of silver on top of that copper contact. But yeah, you can put these in with the smaller contacts that we get out of CRT televisions and stuff like that. Yeah, really nice pieces here. So yeah, for those of you that go for silver recovery and like to keep their contacts, I guess these smart meters have got a nice, very nice chunk in them, and some good copper as well. So that's about it. So we've got our standard, you know, it's between a low grade and a mid grade board. Always have to take off these batteries, but yeah, bit of weight, not bad. This board here, a couple of little things that are good for gold recovery, the two little BGAs and the crystal oscillator. There's a tiny crystal oscillator there as well, but it's just basically a mid-grade board, like most things are. It's all pretty much mid-grade peripheral board, just depend on your buyer. So we do have these nice pieces of brass here, really good these, and the copper, nice copper coils. I like these copper coils. This copper wire here is really clean, pure copper wire, so you get a nice little wad out of them. Cut out the little backing plate, and yeah, we can wind out the copper wire, and we're still left with a little bit of copper there. Yeah, but these are probably the most impressive things. These giant silver contacts are really nice, and yeah, very, very nice. So that was it. That was our smart board or smart meter, and well, for what it is, I don't think it's the sort of thing you'd find very often, unless someone rips it out of their house and throws it out. But yeah, they might be a thing once they start replacing them and upgrading them. You might come across more smart meters. Yeah, really nice. Not bad for a cheap little scrap. Bit of fun. Alright guys, well, hope you got a little bit out of that. This one here was the iCredit 500. And you know, no doubt there's all different types of smart meters out there, and in every, you know, many countries. Yeah, hope you had a bit of fun watching and satisfied my curiosity. Might go on to the next thing to scrap. Alright guys, have fun, keep scrapping, and I'll catch you next time.